And we start with the border between Turkey and northern Iraq, where the UN has urged Ankara to show restraint in its cross-border ground offensive targeting Kurdish PKK rebels. While at least 24 Kurdish rebels and 5 Turkish soldiers have reportedly been killed. This is the second such operation since the Turkish parliament gave the army the green light back in October. But the conflict between Turkey and the PKK has been going on for much longer than that. A look back at over 20 years of hostilities.
Once again, Turkish forces are active on the border with northern Iraq. Kurdish separatists belonging to the Kurdistan Workers' Party are the target. This time, thousands of troops are allegedly involved in a land-based operation, backed up by the Air Force. Turkey hopes that the operation will put an end to Kurdish attacks on their territory from bases in the area. Turkish President Abdullah Gül spoke to his Iraqi counterpart on Thursday night about the operation. The US military understands the incursion into Iraqi territory is an operation of limited duration. Back in Baghdad, residents are angry at the move.
If 10,000 Turkish troops entered the north of Iraq, it means they still entered Iraq. Iraq is one, whether it's the north or Duhok or Baghdad or south of Iraq. This incursion is not acceptable, and this is another invasion.
America is fighting terrorism all over the world, so why don't they take a stand against a Turkish incursion in the north of Iraq, which wants to kill people and destroy our land, Iraqi territory?
Kurdish militants have been fighting for autonomy in Turkey's predominantly Kurdish southeast since 1984. Ankara blames the PKK for the deaths of nearly 40,000 people since the armed struggle began.
In Turkey, a controversial change to the constitution. The ban on women wearing the Islamic headscarves at universities has been lifted. President Abdullah Gül has approved the amendment, which was put forward by the governing AK party. Gül argues this strengthens equality when it comes to the right to education. But Turkey's secular elite say this will put pressure on women to cover up and pave the way to lifting a similar ban in secondary schools and government buildings. Tension is still high in the Balkans after Kosovo's secession last weekend. In the northern Kosovan town of Mitrovica, crowds of ethnic Serbs gathered on Friday for a massive rally to express their loyalty to Serbia. Mitrovica is known as a hotbed of ethnic divisions. It has a large population of Serbs, whereas Kosovo is made up mostly of ethnic Albanians. And while the United States and many other Western countries have recognized Kosovo's independence, Russia stands firmly against it. Russian President Vladimir Putin made a statement on Friday in which he came down hard on the breakaway republic.
The precedent set by Kosovo is a terrible one. It essentially breaks down the whole system of international relations that has been formed not over the past decade, but over the past century. And it can, without a doubt, lead to a whole chain of unpredictable consequences. Those who do that, basing themselves exclusively on their own force and submitting their satellite states to their will, do not think about the consequences of what they are doing. Eventually, this is a double-edged weapon, and the second edge will hit them on the head sooner or later.